In this video, I'm going to show off some thrifted Halloween DIYs I did that were really fun this year. I found these items at my local Goodwill. The castle and carriage were $3.49 each, and the bathtub was only 99 cents. For the bathtub, all we did was spray paint the whole thing black and went over it with some metallic paint. Then we got a Dollar Tree skeleton, painted that brown to make it look more realistic, filled it up with some floral beads and some purple lights, also from Dollar Tree. The princess carriage transformation started off with a good coat of black spray paint. When the bottom was dry, it was time to flip it over and spray the top. For the next steps, I didn't capture everything on video. It was really hard for me to try to craft and videotape at the same time. But essentially, I went over certain details using a dry brush technique with some metallic paints. I used a metallic purple that I had on hand, and I really liked the way that it dried, but I did feel like it needed a couple coats to get it to be more of a purpley color. I also painted the lantern faces white because I knew I wanted to paint like a fiery color on them, and I thought the orange and yellow colors would show up better if I gave it a base of white first. Then I used the King's Gold metallic paint to finish off a lot of the embellishments that were on the carriage along the sides and the back and the front that you see here. When it was all finished, I also added some gemmed spiders that I found from the Dollar Tree. They were rings, and I cut off the ring part of it with some shears, and then I hot glued them into the center of the hearts on either side of the carriage that you'll see here later. I knew from the moment that I saw this carriage that this was the way that my honeymoon skeleton bride and groom couple died, and that I would be putting them in this carriage on display in my house. My DIY Princess Haunted Castle was actually inspired by another person I follow on social media who had done the same, but with a bigger castle. My daughter had that same castle that he used in the video, but she wasn't ready to let me spookify it yet. So I found this one at Goodwill, and I was very happy with it. We took it home, washed it up, and then all of a sudden found out, guess what? It has batteries in it, and it still works. watched a lot of YouTube videos to see how other people styled their DIY dollhouse transformations, and I found a video where they used these cocktail spears to add more of an Addams Family Values vibe to their mansions. So I got them on Amazon and shortened them and hot glued them on. Then it was time for the best part, spray painting it black. But first I wanted to make sure that the doors stayed that translucent blue color, and then I also really liked the clock and had a plan in mind for that later. So I used contact paper and covered them all up to make sure that when we spray paint, they would be safe. I could peel it off later. My kids really like helping me craft, and so even though my son had trouble with the spray paint can, it was really fun for him, so I let the kids help me as much as they could. I will say it was really helpful to spray paint in the sun, because that way we could tell if we were getting all of the areas spray painted with the black or not. And we definitely went through the entire can on this project. And now the best part, ripping off the Band-Aid. My daughter really wanted to do this, so I let her enjoy that pleasure of ripping off the contact paper and revealing the clean cuts and lines, and it was very exciting to do the big reveal of this. I didn't capture any of the next steps that I took with the house on camera, so I'm just gonna let that be a big surprise when you see the grand reveal of the finished product. So I hope you like it. I'm absolutely in love with it. And those were my thrifted Halloween DIYs. Happy Halloween!